evening and welcome to CMS Nightly News. My name is May Flowers and today's top stories are the launching of Sputnik, a small satellite by the Soviet Union, raging wildfires in southeast Nevada, and the tragic death of Christian Dior, the famous French designer. First off, the Soviet Union is proud to announce the launching of their very first satellite into space. Sputnik, which means companion in Russia, is the very first satellite to orbit Earth. This will be used to monitor the conditions of space over a 3-month period. They have been developing equipment to send a manned spacecraft into orbit around Earth. The United States has already approved funding for NASA to construct their own satellite to catch up with the Russians. Let's switch over to June in Moscow to talk about their success.
Thanks, May. This is Junebug here, and all the Russians are teeming with joy and excitement for their huge accomplishment. Sputnik 1 is the first satellite launched into space, and we hope to gain immense knowledge from it. Khrushchev, the Russian leader, is especially proud of the scientists for completing such a feat. There is so much about space that we have yet to find out, and we are all curious to know what we will discover. We are all wondering the same thing: is there intelligent life out there somewhere? With the increasing technology in this day and age, we constantly gain new knowledge about space and how to put humans up there. We are creeping up on our launch of a manned space shuttle to the moon. Let's get back to May in the studio.
Thanks, June. Coming up is a video filmed and compiled by our crew on site in Kazakhstan.
Moments of farewell. The photographers are taking their last shots. Our space rocket is ready in the center of the cosmodrome. The countdown begins. Now only a few moments remain. All eyes fixed on the clock. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. 5. The hand reaches vertical. A mighty roar. Our rocket vibrates. White hot flame gushes downward. And the great beast lifts slowly from the earth. We are about to create a new planet that we will call Sputnik. It is small, this first satellite, but after it, we will launch others. In the olden days, explorers like Vasco da Gama and Columbus had the good fortune to open up the terrestrial globe. Now we have the good fortune to open up space. And it is for those in the future to envy us, our joy.
When the rocket reached a speed of 18,000 miles an hour, its flame went out, and in the silence of space, it joined the moon in orbit around the Earth. Then, its casing opened. The springs snapped, and the nose cone was pushed out of the way. A ball with 4 antennae emerged to go it alone in the darkness of space. And a radio began to send a signal back to Earth. Humanity had entered the space age.
The United States is trying desperately to catch up with the Russians and launch their own satellite. Let's head over to April at NASA in Houston.
Thanks, May. April Showers here on the Inside Scoop at NASA. The United States has already sent funding here to NASA for the research and construction of their own Explorer satellite. All the scientists are hard at work and we're too busy for an interview. But we did receive word that they are coming close to a breakthrough. The space race is officially on in both countries. They are both burning the candle at both ends to outdo the other. There is so much work put into space exploration. After all, it is rocket science. The United States is currently working on the launch of the Explorer 1 that should be ready by next year. Back to you, May.
Thanks, April. Sputnik 1 is a 58 centimeter in diameter sphere with 2.4 to 2.9 meter whisker-like antennas. This satellite should obtain data of the density of the upper layers of the atmosphere and the propagation of the radio signals in the ionosphere. This is the start of the space age, which will last for decades into the future. Overall, this should be a positive effect on the world and will increase our technological advances into the not-so-distant future.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In other news, raging wildfires have been spreading across southeastern Nevada. Many people have lost their homes already, and it just continues to grow.
Marissa,
What?
we're recording?
What? Wait. Okay, this is May Flowers and
In research. Thanks, May. In research and exploration, there's so much. In research and exploration, there is so much work put into space.
This is May Flowers.
Thanks, May.
Bye bye.